नमस्कार, मैं बलजीत ढाका, फ्रंटियर आईएएस कोचिंग सेंटर हिसार सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। और आज हम डिस्कस करते हैं एचसीएस 2016 से रिलेटेड। जो एचसीएस का एग्जाम है एचपीएससी कंडक्ट करती है, हरियाणा पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन। ये एग्जाम है वो कभी भी हो सकता है। आमतौर पर हम देखते हैं कि एचसीएस का एग्जाम होता है वो हर साल नहीं हो पाता है। 2 साल में कई बार एक बार होता है, कई बार 3 साल में एक बार होता है। 2016 3 अगस्त 2014 के बाद फर्स्ट टाइम इस बात की पूरी संभावना है एचसीएस 2016 बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जाम होगा, क्योंकि नई सरकार आई है। बहुत सारे लोगों को उम्मीदें हैं, बिल्कुल फेयर इलेक्शन होगा, फेयर सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस होगा। तो हम उसी से रिलेटेड बात करते हैं कि एचसीएस का आमतौर पर सिलेबस क्या होता है। बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट हैं, नए स्टूडेंट होंगे जो कि ज्वाइन करना चाहते होंगे कि एचसीएस क्या होता है। बहुत सारे ऐसे भी लोग हैं जो कि कई बार एग्जाम दे चुके हैं एचसीएस का, उनके लिए भी ये प्रेजेंटेशन है काफी लाभदायक होगी, मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ। एचसीएस एग्जाम, जो ये एग्जाम होता है एचसीएस का, वो आमतौर पे या हमेशा 3 स्टेजेस में एग्जाम होता है। और जो सबसे पहली स्टेज होती है वो होती है प्रीलिम्स की स्टेज। प्रीलिमिनरी एग्जाम होता है, स्क्रीनिंग एग्जाम होगा, स्क्रीनिंग के लिए होता है। एमसीक्यू बेस्ड एग्जाम होता है, ये हमेशा मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन होंगे। जिस तरह से क्वेश्चन है एसएससी है या ओटीसी एग्जाम में आता है उसी तरह से होता है। हालांकि जो आईएएस के जो क्वेश्चन होते हैं उसका भी आमतौर पर वो भी एमसीक्यू बेस्ड होते हैं, लेकिन उसमें कुछ क्वेश्चन होते हैं वो स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन होते हैं। और एक खास बात होगी, हमेशा एचपीएससी है वो इंग्लिश मीडियम में एग्जाम कंडक्ट करता है। तो जो स्टूडेंट्स जो एस्पिरेंट है एचसीएस के, उनके दिमाग में या वो हिंदी मीडियम में तैयारी करना चाह रहे हैं तो उनको थोड़ा सावधान होने की आवश्यकता है कि एग्जाम है सिर्फ इंग्लिश में होगा। और अगर वो हिंदी में तैयारी करते हैं तो कई मामलों में उनको डिसएडवांटेज होने की पूरी संभावना होगी। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल साइंस की कुछ टर्मिनोलॉजी है वो डिफरेंट होती है। हिस्ट्री जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल सिकंदर, अलेक्जेंडर, इन चीजों में फर्क होगा, तो उनको थोड़ा सा डिसएडवांटेज होने की संभावना होगी। अगर कोशिश होनी चाहिए आपकी कंफर्टेबल है इंग्लिश में, तो आपको इंग्लिश में ही प्रिपरेशन करनी चाहिए। इंग्लिश के नोट्स पढ़ने चाहिए, इंग्लिश की बुक्स पढ़नी चाहिए, इससे आपको फायदा होगा ओवरऑल। और अगर आप आईएएस की तैयारी करना चाहते हैं तो आपको 100% उसी की तरफ बढ़ना चाहिए। फिर है जनरल स्टडीज। इस जो प्रीलिम्स का एग्जाम होगा उसमें 2 पेपर होंगे, एक जनरल स्टडीज का पेपर होगा और जो दूसरा पेपर होगा वो हमें ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट का लेना होता है। ये जो मेजर फर्क होता है आईएएस और एचसीएस में, आईएएस में जनरल स्टडी होती है, लेकिन एचसीएस में एक ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट है वो आपको रखना होता है। तो ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट क्या हो सकता है, वो कई ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट की लिस्ट होती है। उस ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट की लिस्ट से आपको एक सब्जेक्ट उसमें चूज करना पड़ेगा। और जनरल स्टडी है उसमें 100 क्वेश्चन होंगे, 100 क्वेश्चन 100 मार्क्स, और ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट में भी 100 क्वेश्चन और 100 मार्क्स। टोटल ये 200 मार्क्स का एग्जाम होगा, 200 मार्क्स का टोटल ये एग्जाम आपको होगा। इस एग्जाम की खास बात ये होगी कि देयर इज नो नेगेटिव मार्किंग। नेगेटिव मार्किंग में नहीं होती, नेगेटिव मार्किंग इसमें नहीं है। ये आप इसकी स्पेशलिटी, आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं है तो आसान होगा। तो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द नंबर ऑफ कैंडिडेट अपीयरिंग फॉर द एग्जाम। इट डज नॉट डिपेंड ऑन वेदर इट इज नेगेटिव मार्किंग और पॉजिटिव मार्किंग, but depends on the number of candidates and the level of toughness of the questions that will come in the exam. Now there are mains जो पेपर होगा वो 5 पेपर्स होते हैं मेंस में, और आमतौर पे 3 मंथ्स के बाद ये एग्जाम हो जाना चाहिए मेंस के बाद में। मेंस का एग्जाम प्रीलिम्स के बाद, लेकिन कई बार ये जो एग्जाम है जैसे अभी चल रहा है एग्जाम जो 2014 का एग्जाम वो थोड़ा लेट हुआ है, तो आमतौर पे ये 3 मंथ्स के अंतराल के बाद है वो होना चाहिए या हो जाता है। जो प्रीलिम्स है वो स्क्रीनिंग के लिए यूज होगा, मतलब नंबर ऑफ कैंडिडेट, फॉर एग्जांपल देयर आर 100 वैकेंसीज एंड देन 1500 कैंडिडेट will qualify for mains exam. There are 15 times candidate for the main exam. मेन एग्जाम 5 पेपर होंगे और लिखने का एक पेपर होता है। इसमें ऐसे टाइप क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, लिखने का होगा, इसका मतलब दोज कैंडिडेट हु हैव गुड एबिलिटी टू राइट, देन दे हैव राइट चांस टू गो ahead in the for the interview round. लेकिन ये प्रैक्टिस के बाद एक्वायर किया जा सकता है ये स्किल्स, और there are chances that improvement can be done. Question paper will be in English medium only here also but here candidate can also write in Hindi, and I will highly advise that if you are comfortable a little bit in English, then try to take all these exams in English medium. This will be highly useful, because those people who will check the question paper, and they will be they will feel that those students who are, they can feel that those students who have taken the exam in English medium can be better quality student. This can be one of the thought process that usually come in the mind, and that's why we are seeing that in total outcome the English medium students have edge over there. Hindi 100 marks, English 100 marks. IAS में ये दोनों पेपर क्वालिफाइंग होते हैं, लेकिन HCS में दोनों जो पेपर्स होंगे वो फाइनल मेरिट में जुड़ेंगे, इसलिए बी कॉन्शियस. इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी पेपर आर ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दीज आर 100 marks पेपर, 100 marks, 100 marks, 200 marks. If you score good marks, 70 plus or 80, something around 80 in these two papers, then it can be a game changer also. And there will be one paper that will be of GS General Study, 100 marks paper, and it will cover history, geography, polity, current, and then Haryana General Science. All these kind of questions that will be part of General Study paper for HCS mains, like that we have seen, we can generally see in IAS. So all these type of questions will be based on IAS pattern. Now optional paper, there will be two optional subjects. And if you talk about UPSC IAS, then over there is only one subject. So here you can say HCS in this aspect is a bigger exam as compared to, if we talk about this optional subject as indicator, then it is a little bit, you have to prepare for two subjects. You have to prepare for two subjects, and each subject will carry 150 marks. It means 300 marks optional subject, 300 marks general subjects. That will include Hindi, English, and general study papers. So total 600 marks. Total 600 marks there will be in the mains exam, and out of 600 marks, around score 430, 444, 40. It depends on the type of the question, difficulty level, and many other factors also. Number of candidates appearing and number of vacancy also. But you should at least try to cover 70% score. And if we talk about interview, 15 to 20 minutes viva, there will be personality test, and this will carry 75 marks. From mains to interview, 3 times candidate will come in the interview. So those who have done well in the mains, they will have obviously better advantage as compared to candidates who have just qualified for the interview. So be prepared fully for the main exam. These are very important, and this will be the main factors for final selections, because interview is only for 75 marks, and Haryana government is saying that there will be no, maybe the interview marks can be reduced further also. So mains exam 600 marks is always will be a deciding factors in overall final list. And final list, what is final list? Final list means mains exam plus interview exam plus interview. So these two, mains plus interview, will be the deciding factor for the final merit list. And now eligibility. What is the eligibility of HCS exam? Very important. Those applicant, those aspirant who have more than 21 years age, they can apply for that, but below 50 or 42 years. 21 to 42 is the age bracket for HCS for general category, and age relaxation is as per the reservation policy of Haryana government. You can say 5 years, for example, is for SC. So this will be applicable accordingly. And qualification. Can final year student apply for the exam? Generally in IAS, candidate can apply for UPSC at the IAS exam, final year student. But in HCS you have to clear the first your degree. It means graduation and pass. There is no percentage as is required. For example, somebody is asking whether 60%, 70% is required or not. Only 35% is required to appear in the exam, but you should have a degree, graduation degree, any kind of degree. For example, BTech, BSc, BBA, any kind of degree you should have. Number of chances for IAS 6. For example, for IAS there are chances, and for example, general category there are 6 chances. But in case of HS, chances are unlimited. You can appear 10 times, you can appear 15 times, you can appear 2 times, you can appear 1 time. It depends on your ability or your patience. How would you go ahead with your age or your strategy for your career? Now, number of vacancies. How many vacancies generally are there in HCS or HPSC, civil services, you can say Haryana Civil Services exam, and generally 50 to 200 vacancies are there. You can take it around 100 vacancies, and in 100 vacancies around you can say 40-50 vacancies can also be for the executive branch, you can say, for example, SDM, I think. Exam is conducted usually once in 2 years, or we hope that every year exam should be conducted, and it can also be possible in coming years. 70 to 80,000 applicants are there for any kind of for HCS exam. Maybe this time it can go beyond 1 lakh also, because people are expecting after a long time this exam will be conducted. So be prepared, start preparing immediately. You will be highly advantaged for this prestigious exam. Serious candidate. How many are serious candidate for these 100 or 200 vacancies? I will say only 2,000. Rest are just appearing or appearing for the sake of just because their family are saying that you appear for this prestigious exam. Serious candidate who are preparing 10 hours, 15 hours or very seriously for this rigorous exam, there are hardly 2,000 candidates. So exact competition, tough competition would be between among these 2,000 candidates, and rest are just they are giving many of in 70 or 80,000 are just giving exam. Many are don't even in the day of exam don't know which specialized subject they have applied for. Reservation as per Haryana government rules. For example, 50% is the rule for reservations. And now one question can be asked that whether JAT will be benefited from OBC or not. If there will be JAT reservation policy, I will say hardly they will get any benefit. If somebody is from weaker section or from economic poor background, then I will highly suggest that instead of applying from this OBC category, apply for economic backward class. It will be more useful for them. Outer states candidate will be treated as general. As far as reservation is concerned, or fees for form application is concerned, outer states candidate who are SC, OBC, they will not get any benefit. Only Haryana people will get benefit. In mains, 50 times candidate will of vacancies. For example, there are 100 vacancies, then 1500 candidate will go for mains exam. They will write mains exam, 1500 candidate. If there are 200 vacancies, then around 3000 candidate will write mains exam. So this is the ratio, and in this ratio first you have to come for mains also. Interview, 3 times of the number of posts. For example, there are 200 posts, then 600 candidates will appear for the interview. So this is important that you appear for interview, then you have to work very hard to clear this main exam. And prelims exam pattern. What is the exam pattern of prelims exam? Let's see. There are 100 questions in general studies. There are 2 papers, as we know, as I have already explained. There are two papers. One is general study paper and another is optional paper. 100 question in the general study paper will come, and the paper will be of 2 hours. All question will be multiple choice question. There will be no negative marking. There will be no negative marking. And 12 to 16 question generally come from the history. And out of these, modern India, modern history will play a major role. That is, 8 to 10 question can be asked from the modern India. You can say freedom movement. This can be a proper word. Then 12 to 16 questions. 12 to 16 question usually from Indian polity section will come, and like fundamental right, right principle of state policy, fundamental duties, parliament. These are the major important chapters in polity. 10 to 12 questions of economics and primarily macroeconomics. Microeconomics hardly play any role. However, microeconomics generally play a major role in the SSC exam, but in UPSC or state civil services, hardly any question come from microeconomics. So macroeconomics is a major thing, and Indian economy is the major thing. These are the two contributing factors which will decide the type of questions that will be asked in economics. And economics is very scoring subject in that aspect, because the syllabus for that question is very, very less. 15 to 20 geography questions, primarily physical geography and Indian geography, physical geography and Indian geography, and physical geography questions. Around in geography, 70 to 80% question will come from physical geography, and you can say hardly 1 or 2 question will come from world geography, and the rest of the question will come from Indian geography. And 15 to 20 questions of general science, which will include biology. Biology is the major, and in biology, botany, zoology, and disease kind of stuff. Some question related to agriculture, animal husbandry can be asked. These are important segment of general science. Then physics, chemistry, environment, computers, or maybe 1 or 2 questions related to modern technology can be asked in general science. So you should have good preparation of general science. Then general science generally are the deciding factors. And then 10 to 20 questions on Haryana can be asked. I have written this range 10 to 20 questions. Why I have written? Because in 2014 only 8 to 9 questions were asked from Haryana, while in 2011 there were 22 questions from Haryana. So range is very huge. You cannot depend on Haryana, but Haryana is important. 2 to 4 questions current affairs can be asked. So it can also be 5 to 6 questions, but generally not more than 4 or 5 questions can be asked from such kind of chapters. So this will be the general preparation pattern for subject wise as far as subject is for the GS portion is concerned. And if you score above 60%, and there is no negative marking, then it will be considered good. Below 60, you will be at very high risk, and you have to score almost absolute in optional subject, that is more than 95 or 90% in optional subject. So to be safe, it is very important that general study should, because it will also play important role in mains exam also. And then optional subject. If we talk about for prelims, there are 19 subjects from which you can choose, and you have to choose only one, and that level of subject should be at graduation at par. It means if you are graduate in any subject, then you should choose that subject. It is a debatable questions, and I will highly advise you that you choose those subjects which are generally easier and subject are and the syllabus is manageable. Many times your own subject may have many disadvantages, and this is possible. So people, public administration, sociology, history, geography, these kind of subjects can be very handy for competition exams, and it is highly, for example, mechanical engineer, this can be very, very lengthy subject, and you can take a lot of times. And the subject which I explained, for example, public administration, sociology, these have very common subject, common syllabus with general study also. So that's why, and syllabus is very, very less. That is why those students who choose this have many advantages also. And which are these 19 subjects? You can see from this list: agriculture, animal husbandry, veterinary science, botany, chemistry, civil engineering, commerce, accountancy, economics, electrical engineering, geography, Indian history. This is Indian history, not history. This is Indian history. It means there is no world history involved in it. So law, mathematics, mechanical engineering, physics, political science and international relationship, psychology, public administration, sociology and zoology. So these are the subjects that from which you have to choose one. One subject that we have just discussed, and this subject will come in HCS prelims of 100 marks. 100 marks, you can say. There will be 100 questions, and all these questions will be multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions, you can say MCQ questions. And there will be no negative marking like that we have seen in GS. There will be no negative marking in GS, and there will be no negative marking in optional subject. And then above 80 is a good score provided you are good in general studies. If you have scored 60 plus in general studies and 80 plus in optional subject, and you are from general category, then you are safe. And if you score 50, for example, in GS, then you have to score at least you have to score 90 in optional subject. And if you are still very weak in general studies, then you will be in problem, because it is very difficult to, for example, if you score at 95, then you have to score 45, and that is not very easy if in general studies to score very high. So you have to do around 70 to 80% of your work you have to do on general studies. So general study will be very useful in mains also. It means you can say general study is the main deciding factor. Prelims score and expected cutoff. Prelims score and expected cutoff. Now see, as I have explained, out of 200, at least 140 you have to score. 140 to 140 is the likely cutoff. 150 likely cutoff for total prelims exam, and there is hardly any difference between OBC and general category. Around 1 or 2 marks will be the difference. And you see that Haryana government is giving 5 caste OBC status, then the difference can be further narrowed down, and it can be around 1 marks or maybe less than 1 mark. So hardly any difference for the reservation policy for OBC. And however, the difference between SC and general category can be little bit high, and it can be around 15 marks. 15 marks will be the difference, expected difference of these two. So if those students who are in SC category, they have bright chance and they should prepare well, because competition not as tough as like in general category or OBC category. So, and I have already explained one very important thing in one of the previous slide, that if anybody is poor and he has economically backward persons, there is separate reservation of this category. And however, he is from general category, but he is carrying the weightage of economical backward persons certificate, then the merit can be even 90 or 100 can also be there, because many of our students are not aware about the reservation of economically backward person. This is very, very important. If somebody is in this category, then use it, very useful. Which optional subject in prelims one has to take? This is very debatable questions, and the debate will always be there. The debate will be always be there. Many people will say that just a minute. Public administration, sociology, history, geography, or you think you can manage? What I am trying to say is that there are certain subjects, and these subjects have good positioning, good benefits, advantages. If you, for example, take public administration, you can easily manage notes, you can easily manage coaching facility, and the syllabus is very less. This syllabus is highly integrated with general studies, so you can easily score in 1 month 90 or 80 marks. Similarly, you can also do with the same things with sociology, history, and geography. These are also important part of mains of general studies. So if you have all these subjects, for example, all any of one subject, you will have natural advantage as compared to the subject which is very different, like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, something like that. Whether my graduation or post graduation subjects, here we are talking about the subject. Here we are talking about the subject. For example, if somebody is from mechanical engineering background, or somebody, for example, from zoology, it is highly beneficial you take upper subject, this subject, as compared to if you have taken from graduation. However, it depends on you, depends on the comfort level, but highly advisable that if you are going to become civil servant, then behave like civil servant. Don't be stick to your narrow point. Be let you may in trouble. Otherwise, if you are don't have less knowledge of the strategy of competition exam. Now, after suppose you have cleared prelims, and now you have to appear for mains, and mains you have to write, and this will be descriptive, like unlike prelims. In mains 15 times candidate will come, 15 times candidate of vacancy, they will appear in mains exam. Question paper will be in only English medium. Be careful, again English medium. If you are English medium student, then you have natural advantage, and if you are Hindi medium, then there will be a lot of trouble for you. Be ready for that. If you are comfortable in English, always try to take English medium as a subject. Always try to take English medium. Can be written in Hindi and English. However, you can also write in Hindi. This is option, but this is difficult option. Better would be choose English. There will be 600 marks of mains exam, and merit highly important for merit, because all 600 will be counted in mains. All 600 means, like unlike in IAS. Unlike IAS, Hindi English, where in IAS are not counted for final merit, but in HCS it is counted. And for HCS mains, there are 23 subjects, and out of these 23 subjects, you have to choose 2 subjects. And which are these 23 subjects? For example, agriculture, animal husbandry, veterinary, botany, chemistry, civil engineering, commerce and accountancy, economics, electrical engineering, English literature, geography, Hindi literature, Devanagari, Indian history, law, mathematics, mechanical engineering, physics, political science, international relations, and psychology, public administration, Punjabi literature, sociology, Sanskrit literature, and zoology. These are the subjects for mains, and out of these 23 subjects, you have to take 2 subjects, and it is not necessary that the subject which you have taken prelims exam you have to take in mains also. This is not necessary. So you can also take different subject. This is very unique, and you have to think over that. If you have taken some by default wrong subject, if you think so. Otherwise, if you are planning, then you choose those subjects in prelims which you will take in mains. Now, for HCS, now we have started for this 2016 session HCS prelims coaching, and that coaching will be online, so that all candidates, those who are living abroad, many aspirants for HCS may be living in Australia, may be living in Canada, may be living in Singapore, may be living in USA. So there are candidates, there are aspirants who are living abroad, and they may be interested, and generally we find some few inquiry. So this is for them also. Plus those students who are staying or residing in Delhi or in Jaipur, Chandigarh, Bombay, there are many Haryana candidate, Haryana resident who are residing over different parts of India also there. But since the coaching center is based in Hisar and we are catering to throughout world, and so it would be better with those students who are those aspirants who are staying in Gurgaon, Faridabad, Panchkula, Yamunanagar, all these candidates can also join this course. So online coaching batch we are starting, and we are starting this online coaching batch, particular this batch from 27th of April, 27th April. This is important, and we will start from prelims. And obviously general study we will carry, because main for optional subject different people have different optional subject. So it would be better that you also start from general study. And what is the specialization, what are the highlight of this online coaching batch? And this coaching batch is for general study prelims. We will get MCQ format, you can say. However, this will be also highly useful for mains exam, because the syllabus is same, only the pattern of question are different, and syllabus can be little bit different, but mainly the pattern is different. That over that in mains exam we have to write, but in prelims MCQ you can say OMR based. This is the exam, and this exam is on OMR based. You can say offline exam, but the coaching is online, so that we can cover larger audience, and we can provide quality coaching. Because in online coaching it will be always quality. We have to record a lecture, and that lecture we have to edit a lot of, maybe few times, and then we have to develop those lectures into final video, and these video will be supplied on according to the day-wise plan. There will be day-wise plan for 4 months. This course will be consist of all sections, and it will be of 4 months. Video lecture topic wise, all subject, PDF content. There will be PDF file of each topic, for example history, geography, polity, science, Haryana GK. You will get all kind of notes on all topic in the PDF format, digital notes. It will be better to have digital note, that you can manage in a better way. And if you want to take printout, you can also take printout. That will be more cheaper and economical also, because if you take printout, it will cost you less. Otherwise we will send through courier, it will be cost more, and we have to keep few person also for that will also charge. So better would be you take printout, and it will be less, it will cost you less. Doubt clearing support. If you have any doubt, for example you are facing problem in polity or economics, you can ask through WhatsApp, email, or we can discuss also. Regular test. We will take regular test, maybe weekly, or in certain cases daily test, and then we will have complete test series. We will have 20 full length GS test series based on HCS exam pattern. And what is exam pattern you want to see in details, then you visit my website baljidhaka.com. Over there last year questions are there, and analysis of all these questions along with answer keys given there, so that you can understand in a better way. Otherwise I have already explained in these presentations, and that is the same that has been explained. However, over there the question are there, every type of question are there, so that you can see and understand where do you stand over there. And fee structure of this course, we have kept this fees very low. This is only 8,000 fees, However, the classroom fees can be more than for this particular course 25,000, but for online course we have kept 8,000 rupees, and I think this is highly on cheaper side, economical side. You should immediately join, so that you can take advantage of this, and this course will be highly useful for other competition exam also. Duration of this course will be 4 months. 4 months is the duration of this course, and in 4 months we will complete all the topics which will be part of this. And before exam, if you try to cover, because all these video you will have, and then again you watch video, all PDF files you will have. Again, you can watch videos and all tests you will have. So you will have in a better position to those candidates who will start preparation later on. Better would be join immediately. Earlier join will be always get benefits. That I'm sure. All the best for watching this presentation, and I hope that you have understood the HCS exam pattern. What kind of question can be asked, which portion question will be come from, and in prelims, mains, and that in the coaching in which we will provide what kind of stuff we will provide. If you have any doubt, you can also visit our website, or you can ask. My mobile number is 9729 9729327755. You can WhatsApp, you can SMS, you can call me, or my email is dhakabaljeet@gmail.com. You can contact us. We will respond to you positively. I'm sure you will look into this. All the best.